back to my channel. This is a different intro today. I've finished my tests. So to begin with, we had a really early start, so it was very much drag him out the field, put him on the box and go, obviously feed him and the rest of it. So I had all hands on deck. It was spook as he's jumping as they're lying down. Good boy.
Coming round to the others. Sorry about that.
Don't trip over the jumping yourself. So we are at Chard on a Thursday doing some BD, and he has been very good. The reason I filmed nothing, good boy, is because the weather, you can probably hear the wind, has been absolutely foul, and it's just got dry now, and I said let's do it because I have got the videos of the test, so we're going to do it a bit backwards. We've done none of the prep videoing, but you've seen all that before. I'm really pleased with him. They were not foot perfect, they were not going to set the world on fire, but it was windy and it was rainy, and he was really well behaved. We had one spook in the novice, and he's only ridden a handful of novice tests, but I was actually really pleased with him. He's still not in his proper setup, we still don't have the right bit. We've got Michelle that's videoing me now, you come for a recce, haven't you, at Chard?
Yeah.
So you're going to come here for the first time with your horse. And then Tess is over there with the pram. There she is, Tess on pram patrol. Luckily, Chard has a cafe, so we parked Tess and the baby in the cafe to stay dry. Poor Michelle got the short straw to read my test in the rain. But I'm very pleased with him, so we're going to untack. It's probably a bit too windy, and I think the rain's going to come back. And yeah, I think I'm going to put the videos in after this, so this is going to be the intro, but I've already done them. I'm going to play you the videos with some voiceover. But I'm really pleased with him. I do already know my prelim score, but I will talk to you about that later. I'm very pleased with it. And I don't know the novice one yet. We're going to find out. I can see that Otto's got more snacks.
And the husband is calling, wife.
And the
husband's calling. He is.
Yeah, oh, he actually is.
Yes, he's calling.
Oh, right. Oh, right.
Yeah, on the phone.
I'm being summoned, so I'm going to untack my pony and bring my husband back.
Right, enjoy some of our warm-up before our prelim test. Right, we are straight into prelim 5, and I've already gone down the centre line. The recording has started the second movement, so we got 6.5 for the centre line. Apparently I overshot the turn a little bit and his tongue was out. And then for this circle right at R, we got a 7 and no comment by the judge. And we also got another 7 for this change of the rein, and I was quite pleased with both of those. I think he felt rhythmical, he felt really nice in the diagonal. He actually finds this arena at Chard really spooky, and he doesn't generally go that well in the rein, so I was really happy that he felt so rideable. We're now doing another 15-metre circle left at P, and again he got a 7. I always find as well the centre line on the long arena test feels so long, especially when I've been a bit out of test riding. It just feels even longer than usual. And then we are changing the rein. Oh no, we're not. We've changed the rein already. This time we walk between B and R. So it's not actually a symmetrical peeling, which I quite like because he can get a little bit, what's the word, anticipating of the movement. So we got a 7 for the transition and this half circle. Fluent transition, some loss of energy in the walk, which is fair. There is more from his walk, but at the moment I'm just pleased that he's not trying to jog, so there will be more to come from there. And then we change the rein, a free walk and a long rein, again another 7. Needs more swing but consistent, and again would agree with that. I'm just not quite being brave in the walk yet because we're only just consistently getting walks instead of jogs intermittently, so I'm very happy with the fact that he stayed walking. And then you'll probably see I tactfully pick him up. The pickup is between P and F, and I tactfully do it as close to F as I can. And then the trot transition is between F and A, which he got a 7.5 for obedient. Again, just pleased that he didn't jog. And now we are circling right at A, and we're going to canter over the centre line, and we got a 7 for our right canter transition, which has been on emesis. And it says good fluency of the transition. And I just wonder, maybe a bit of this right canter that was actually getting worse was maybe something to do with the ulcers. We'll never know, but I'm wondering if it was. And E circle right 20 metres between the centre line and E working trot. We got a 6.5. It says rather downhill and quarters in on the circle. He did feel very quarters in, and I think it's actually me. I think I need to see a physio. I'm feeling a little bit wonky, and I think he was actually downhill because of the rain. We got a 6.5 for the change of the rein working trot, saying head tilting. And again, he can be a bit head tilty, but I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and put it down to the rain. I don't know if you can see quite clearly on here that it was really quite wet. And here, so the same, pick up canter over the centre line, 20 metre circle. We got a 6.5. It says shape of circle, then downhill. So there was obviously something wrong with my circle. I mean, it looks like a circle to me, but yeah, I'm not always the best at my circle accuracy. That is definitely no secret. And here for our circle left at E, 20 metres, we got a 6.5, saying coming against the hand and losing balance. I'm just trying to watch it back and read the test. He didn't feel that against my hand or argumentative, and actually my circle shape there was not great. Anyway, we are now going to go at V a 20 metre diameter stretch and allow him to 20 metre diameter circle, allowing the horse to stretch. And he got a 7, saying fair stretch, wanted a more supple bend. I was really pleased with the stretch, because again, sometimes he has a tendency to spook or shoot off when I let him stretch, so he was really obedient in that. And then we are coming back down the centre line, and the halt is all the way at G, so a long way down. And he got a 6 with the comment of fair halt, not square. And I'm not going to comment on that, I'm going to let you guys comment on that. And the collectives, we got a 6.5 for paces, 6.5 for impulsion, 7 for cooperation, 7 for my riding. And she said, attractive horse, working in partnership with the rider. Now needs to continue developing suppleness over the back and to bend, and the paces are rather earthbound at present and will need more engagement to move up the levels, but lots to like and very consistent. Here we are warming up for our novice with our first medium trot of the day. So I'm going to start off by apologising for the quality of the video, but I'm super grateful for anyone that offers to video me, especially when we're trying to juggle various things. I had somebody reading, Sue videoed the first test and then had a jumping lesson at the same venue, and a lovely kind lady called Helen, who I have dressage lessons, we use the same instructor, happened to be there and kindly offered to video. So I thought any footage is better than none. We got a 6 for this centre line, drifting right after X, which is fair. I didn't actually feel it, but I can see it. 50 metre circle here. We got a 6.5 with the comment that just said suppleness. So I'm just going to watch it while you guys are watching it. And yeah, I guess he could be more subtle. I think it was really raining by this point, so I think some of it is definitely the rain. Yeah, he's a little bit against my hand there as well. We now change the rein, and over L we need to walk for 1 horse's length. 6.5 we got for this. She said obedient, but transition lacked fluency. which I thought was a bit mean, but anyway, it's the same judge as well for the prelim and the novice, and they did already know my prelim score by this point, and knew that she wanted me to pick him up a little bit more. Got a 6.5 for that right canter transition, saying straightness at start. I was really pleased because, again, the right canter isn't always our best, especially not at F, but he did it really well. And for this 20-metre circle at V, it says needs more, I think it says connection, yes, needs more connection and a jump for a 6.5. So I think from these comments I'm learning that this judge probably does like a bigger moving horse. And I rode quite quietly in general because it was wet and windy and very spooky, and he's not been to Chard for a long time. And I was just pleased that he was being a very good boy. We got a 6.5 for that manoeuvre, saying balance on half circle, and then a 5.5 for the counter saying lost line and balance. I haven't asked him for counter for about 4 months, and he spooked in the corner, which didn't help, but he kept it, and that's all for me that matters at the moment. We got a 6.5 for our transition to working trot, and a 6.5 for that medium trot here. So she said the tempo was varying for the working trot, and the medium trot she said was clearly shown, but so again, I think she likes a bigger moving horse. We got a 7 here for working trot, which I was very pleased with. This test was coming up a lot quicker than the prelim did. And we got a 7 here for our circle right at 15 metres, and he felt nice, he felt really sweet. And this is on the right rein. We generally score better on the left, but this time we got a better score on the right rein for our circle. And then we changed the rein and walk over L again. She's 6.5, a little tight up. That means, I think, tight in the up transition is what she means by that. Again, he didn't feel it, but I was really pleased. And canter left there, we got a 7, which I agree with. I think that was a really obedient transition from him. And then we are circle left 20 metres and circle not centred from P, which I remember actually, you can't tell from this angle so much. I remember at the time thinking, oh, cut that first half of the circle a bit short, but never mind. That's me throwing away marks for poor Marley. And then we are half circling 15 metres and returning to the track at P again, which again was a 6. She would like more jump in the canter, and she said he was downhill. Again, I'm going to put that down to the weather, but he finds this particular movement quite hard, and he wants to lose his balance here, but he didn't, and he completed the counter, which is such a big thing for us at the moment, and he got a 6.5 for that counter. It just says balance, but we've come a long way with that. He did go through a stage of just refusing to do it and really throwing his toys out of the pram. We got a 7 for that working trot and a 6.5 for this medium, saying she wants him more from behind. Which is fine. I'm happy for where we are in our training. I haven't actually asked for any medium since he's been back in work, so I'm happy for where we are in the test, in our test environment at the moment. We got a 7 for the transition to medium walk, saying it was nice and fluent, and then changed the rein in a free walk on a long rein, 6.5, saying he's rather tight over his back, which again I would agree with. I like his over track there. I like that he's stepping out. He was a bit tight. We'd had that spook in the test. The wind had picked up, as you can see by his tail, and it was rather wet, which are not his favourite conditions. But he did the free walk. There were no jogging. I picked him back up into a walk, and we got a 7 for this. So this for him does not suit him. A free walk to then change the rein in medium walk really is a big ask, and it uses all of his brain power not to want to jog, and he didn't. And we got a 7, so I was really, really pleased with that. And then at K we transitioned to working trot, and he got a 7 for that as well. And then we come down the centre line, and X is where we're halting, so not all the way down this time, thank goodness. And we got a 7, saying quarters slightly right, and good halt. And he got a 6.5 for paces, a 6 for impulsion, a 6.5 for cooperation, and a 6.5 for my riding. A consistent test with lots to like. Now needs to develop, push from behind, and create more energy and clear a moment of suspension in the canter. Is that a nice stub muffin, boy? Oh, you're so handsome. Good boy. God, it's so windy up here. Good boy. I don't even know if you can hear me in the wind, but the good thing about Chard is that it has the best cafe. So we are all heading to the cafe for a warm drink and a dry off before we head home. Excuse me.
Oh yes.
Are you on the podium? Good boy. Oh, we're home. The horses have just been turned out and they are running around because there is someone with a dog doing some pest control in the field next door. Not helpful. I'm going to go and see because Prince will probably jump the fence because he's a monkey. And Tess is here, chief babysitter, and the pig is needs feeding. Oh, is he jumping that fence? Marley won't jump it, but no, they won't. What are they doing? They are, look. This is where Prince just hops over it like it's a trotting pole. Anyway, we're home. We've had a cup of tea, dried off, because we did get a bit of soaking, didn't we?
Yeah.
Poor Tess always draws the short straw. Although at least we were at Chard that had a nice cafe
Yeah, that's nice.
to stay warm in. And you just got to chase the baby around the cafe instead. No, it was a very successful outing. In that normally in that weather, he would be beside himself in the wind and the rain. Not beside himself, but he just wouldn't go very well. And actually went really sweetly. And we only had one really small spook. I don't think you noticed it, did you?
When
Or
was it?
it might have been when you were chasing the baby around. That's why you didn't notice it. One really tiny spook. There yours. Oh no. Hello, professional as ever vlogging. Dropping the phone. Yeah, I will. I'll bring them back later. Sorry. Oh,
What has happened?
a fence.
You broke the camera then?
Probably did. It's a rain. Back again. I'm not very good at this, am I? Maybe I should let someone else start vlogging, and I just need to give it up. Yeah, he was really, really good. Tess spent most of the time chasing the baby around in the cafe, and she was very happy, weren't you, Bot? You see you? Oh, hi. And he did 2 really sweet tests, cannot complain. He won the bronze section of both, technically. It doesn't look like he did, but I think the person that came above me isn't a bronze rider, but I'm not worried about that. Very pleased. 2 qualifying scores, which is lovely, and a better score in the novice than the prelim, which is amazing. And we have said for a while I think he prefers a bit more in the tests, but I hadn't done any canter or any medium trot for about 6 months, and he did 2 pretty sweet ones on each rein, the novice. So I was really, really pleased with him. Yeah, very happy, successful day, some good scores, and we are now dried off. So it was the first time you'd been to Chard as well, wasn't it, Tess?
Yeah.
What did you think to Chard?
It's nice.
Yeah,
I like
it was.
the cafe.
Like the cafe, excellent. Nice to stay dry. Yeah, we're really lucky to have that. About a 45-minute drive away. So Chloe's missed out today. She'll be gutted because she also loves Chard. That is her favourite. Oh, lighting here is horrible. Right, I am going to go feed my pig. We need to go and go to your horses, finish these guys off, and go and cook some supper for my husband. Not for you. You're going home for supper, aren't you? You going home for supper? Yeah. Yeah. So thanks very much for watching. Hopefully, God, that's light. Hopefully it was a good one. I think I'm getting worse, not better at these things. But anyway, Tess, you can't see your face at all in the sun.
Right. And just
There you are.
faceless
Thanks for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. It might be dressage for the foreseeable because we still don't have a jump saddle. And I'm going to go feed my pig before I forget. Bye!